My friend Tanya is here from Vancouver, and actually we're wearing matching shirts because last year I stayed with her. We went to Victoria and we went to social media camp, and these shirts were actually really hard to get.
They were.
So she scored me one, so it's really cool. Anyway, it's 5:30 in the evening and we just now got dressed. So we thought we'd invite you to join us over since we're finally out of our PJs. Well, we have spent the entire day in our pajamas drinking coffee, well, tea for her, and just brainstorming and working and lounging and having a good time. So it's been really nice. But anyway, so differences, like when I was in Canada, I'll tell you the biggest thing for me when I was in Canada was the money.
Yes.
The money was really hard because you have like loonies and toonies. And do you remember when I was standing there at the drink machine and I could not figure out how to get a soda? I was so frustrated. Hey, baby. Milo wants to say hi too. Anyway, so yeah, the biggest difference for me was trying to figure out the money.
And down here, that's the big difference for me because our money's colored.
It like Monopoly money. I call it funny money.
It is.
Right. And so the Danes, by the way, love Tanya. Like the minute she walked in the door, they were just like rubbing all over her. They're crazy for her. So.
They like the nails.
Yeah, they like your nails. But yeah, that was probably one of the big differences for me coming to Canada. Oh, and the coffee.
Oh no, that was like a...
Oh, and you go to Tim Hortons. When you're in Canada, you go to Tim Hortons. You don't go to Starbucks. So I'll walk into Tim Hortons and order like I'm at Starbucks, like a dumb American, right? And I'm like, I'll have da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, my whole like specialized coffee, and the guy's just looking at me like, what?
It's like, do you want a black coffee?
Well, it's not as bad as Australia,
No, it's not.
which is like flat white or, I don't know, all kinds of weird stuff. But anyway, the coffee was horrible. Probably because I just ordered it wrong, but it was so bad I ended up having to throw it out. But you have a coffee maker.
A Keurig.
You have a Keurig now, but you had a regular coffee pot when I was there last year. And is that common to have a brewed coffee, like a coffee brewer?
Unless you're my mother, and she just lives by Tim Hortons. So some people live by Tim Hortons or Starbucks too. But
well, I mean, I asked because in Australia they don't brew coffee.
No.
It's all like kind of cappuccino, foamy stuff. They don't have coffee brewers. Although my friend Jen is actually originally from Chicago, so she had a coffee pot. And I was like, yay. A back deck and a coffee pot is all I require for a visit. And she had both. So I was like in heaven the whole week I was there. And that's what you're doing here. You stayed out on the back deck.
I've been on the deck the whole time. Like just because it's a different view. It's all tranquil. It's you
not
can't
the ocean.
see it. It's not the ocean, but it's the trees and the wilderness, and it's so pretty to hear the birds singing and everything.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, a lot of times people hear that in my video, and it's just me playing a tape in the background. It's not real. Just kidding. Anyway, so tomorrow I think we're going to go to Burgess Falls and hike the falls, and Milo probably won't make the hike, so we'll probably just take Slim. And what else? What else are we going to do? Honky tonking, crawdad fishing.
Yeah, cow tipping.
Cow tipping. All that good stuff. Yes, I want to really show her a good time because when I was there, she took me to Cirque du Soleil, which was my very first Cirque du Soleil show, and it was so great. We had like front row seats. Remember that? It was like in your face. It was so good.
Well, I'm getting cornbread tonight.
Cornbread, yes. Have to have
Haven't
cornbread.
had cornbread before, so.
Just never had cornbread, but it's a must-have when you're in Tennessee, so definitely a good comfort food. And I make it not sweet cornbread like you would get up north, but good regular southern cornbread, and I usually put a little bit of kick in it, a little bit of jalapeno, some pepper jack cheese, and of course some corn, peppers, cheese, all kinds of good stuff. So it's quite nice. Make it in the iron skillet, the old-fashioned way. So, yep. And we're gonna grill out, but you don't call it that.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. So to me, when you say barbecue, I think I'm having like pulled pork.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say barbecue, you just mean grill out. Anything on the
Using
grill.
the barbecue.
They're using the grill. Eh? Right. So we're having a really good time and just wanted to say hi and invite you out since we finally got dressed.
Yes. Might be the only time.
It's so nice to just hang out and brainstorm in person for a change. I mean, email and Facebook and Twitter and keeping up, you know, is one thing, but this is probably the absolute best part of what I do, is having friends like Tanya all over the world and actually have an opportunity to hang out in person. And so you were here in Memphis, actually, which is, I'm in Middle Tennessee, so Memphis is a good 4 or 5 hours away, but you were here for what event?
The IVA Summit, which is a virtual assistant
Virtual assistant.
Our yearly virtual assistant conference.
Very nice, because she is VAnetworking.com. She's like the market leader in the virtual assistant industry. She's been, how long have you been in that?
2003.
A long time.
Not counting.
It's almost 10 years.
Yeah.
We're celebrating almost 10 years.
For the network. I've been a VA for 15.
Wow. I just celebrated 15 in February.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm almost 15.
Yeah.
I think it's really close this year.
Yeah, very cool. So, anyways, hope you guys are having a good time. We're having a blast, and we're fixing to fire up the barbecue.
Fire up the grill.
We'll see you soon.